What's up, YouTube? It's Max Maxwell here, and I come to share with you some tips on what helped me with the CPT exam with Nasm. Here's my certification. I'm official, and you will be too if you use these tips that I'm about to give you. So first, I'm gonna say, if you want to pass the test, there's one thing you can do for sure, and that's read the entire book. But if you don't want to read the whole book, I have a few other tips that I think can help you, and you'll have just as good of a chance of passing it as if you read the whole book. Okay, the first tip I'm going to give you, other than reading the whole book, is to go online and order the 5th edition book on DVD. And pretty much it's going to have the same thing as the 6th edition. It's going to have pretty much the same information. The body parts hadn't changed. The science inside the body haven't changed. So it's going to be pretty relevant to the questions that's on the test now. The actual name of the DVD collection is Nasm Essentials of Personal Fitness Training. Those DVDs have all the information you need over the entire course. Another thing you can do is go through all the chapters in the 6th edition and learn all the key terms. And once you know all the definitions, you can also go to the chapter review at the end of each chapter. And if you study all those definitions and you know them concrete, and you study the chapter reviews, that's going to increase your general knowledge of what's on the test. After you do the chapter review, you can go on YouTube and you can look further in depth on the topics of each chapter, and you will find different videos of different people elaborating a little bit more than the book did, and it may help you remember just a little bit better. Also, a great thing that you can do is take the quizzes at the end of each chapter. And after you take the quiz, you can go back and take all those questions and you can make flashcards with them, especially the ones that you have wrong on the quiz. Those will be the main ones that you should study. One of the most important things you can do, and I stress is very important, is learn all the distortion patterns. Learn all the patterns, learn all the overactive and underactive muscles associated with them, and also learn the stretches and exercises to correct those patterns. Learning those patterns is very essential. Trust me, if you don't know those patterns, it's a good chance you're probably not going to pass the test. Also, a very important thing to learn is the stages of the OPT model and the acute variables. And once you learn the basis of the stages, it's repetitious. And so just learn the basis, and the rest of it is almost common sense, honestly. Just follow those tips, and I promise you, you will have a great chance at becoming a CPT pretty soon. I'm going to try to keep this video quick, but another thing I want to do is just go through each chapter and tell you which ones I believe is important and which ones I think not so important. Okay, chapter 1, I wouldn't read it. I would probably just look over the chapter review, and I probably would never look at it again. Chapter 2, go over the chapter review very in-depthly, because they're going to ask you a few questions, not many, but you know, it does have some good information. Chapter 3, I would also just go over the chapter review and then go on YouTube and find some good information, and like I say, go over the quizzes and make sure you know all the information on the quizzes. And that's pretty much all I would do on chapter 3, which is the cardiorespiratory system. Chapter 4, I would do the same thing as 2 and 3, just review the quiz and the chapter review. Chapter 5, I would definitely read chapter 5, because it's going over the human movement system, and you're going to see that a lot throughout the whole course. Chapter 6, I would also read that chapter, because it's talking about the fitness assessment, and it's going to be a lot of questions on the test regarding the fitness assessment. That's where I was talking about earlier as far as identifying the distortion patterns. Yeah, most of that is in chapter 6, and you're going to see that throughout the whole thing. I would also read chapter 7. You know, just it have good information there just so you would know, and you'll see quite a few of those questions on the test as well. Chapter 8 through 13, I just review it. I wouldn't read the chapters. I'll review it, look on YouTube, and study the quiz questions on flashcards. I definitely read chapter 14, because that's what Nasm is all about. I mean, it's about program design, and you're going to want to know that, especially on the test. If you don't, you won't pass. And pretty much the rest of the chapters, chapter 15 through 20, I would just read the review on each of those chapters. I would YouTube it, study the quiz questions on your flashcards, and like I said at the beginning, get those DVDs, because it's going to break down a lot for you. And I guarantee you, if you do that, you'll have all the information and knowledge you need to pass the test, because it's going to give you a general understanding. You will understand what to do in each circumstance. That's what the exam is all about. Most of the questions on there is scenario-based questions. Once you just have a general understanding, you would know what to do in each scenario. That's about it, guys. Like I said, if you do those things, I'm pretty sure you're going to pass. As a matter of fact, I guarantee it. I tried not to keep the video long. I tried to be very direct, but if you like the information I gave, press the like button and I'll see you next time.